Good morning. Oh, look at my hair. Ooh. And how is everybody doing today? Let me know if you're here and if you can hear me okay. Oh, this is exciting. Can you hear me? I just want to make sure you're all here and you can hear me. Morning from Saskatchewan. Oh, let me tell you a funny story about that. When I first came to Canada, when I was 25, and I came from England. And hi, Nana Betty. And I had no idea how to say that word. So for the longest time, hi, Carol. For the longest time, Cheryl, I called it Squatchwan. And my husband used to laugh like mad at me when he first met me. So now I actually know how to pronounce it, but it took me a long time to get there. Good morning, everybody. Hi, Kim from Georgia. Ooh, Marie Jose is here. Good morning. And Deborah, that's awesome. Oh, I'm so glad to see everybody this morning. I do have Tristan. He's upstairs with Papa. So I don't know if he's gonna try and attempt to make an appearance or if he's going to stay very good boy and watch Paw Patrol with Papa. I've got my cup of tea. Good morning, Isabel. I have my cup of tea. Do you have yours? Um, one side of this says, "Come on, spill the tea," and the other one says, "I'm basically royalty," which we all know. Which we all know that, right? Oh my gosh, coffee. I cannot drink coffee at all. Coffee upsets my stomach terrible. So, um, and even when I lived in Bath, I used to live in the city of Bath in England for a while. And I remember there used to be this coffee shop, and they used to grind their own beans. And I had to walk past it every day when I went to work. And oh, Helen, you made it, you night owl. She's in Australia. It's like 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning for her. And I used to walk past this coffee shop, and used to have to hold my nose when I walked past it because the smell would just make me want to puke. Basically, yeah. No, I don't think it's a nice smell. Tea, on the other hand, is wonderful, wonderful. Anyway, I got about an hour because I think that's as long as Tristan will give me before he needs Nana to play with him again. So let's get on and we'll talk about all the stuff that we're going to do. So today we're going to cast on our February socks. I know it's not really February yet, but it will be in a day or two. And hey, Pam, how are you? So what we're going to do is cast on February's socks. And one second, somebody just messaged me. I thought I turned my ringer off, but apparently I didn't. Anyway, hopefully that won't bing as anymore. Sorry about that. So yes, I am starting the February socks. And my February socks, okay, so let me just go back up. If you're new to my channel, then welcome. My name is Anne. I am originally from Liverpool, England, but I moved here when I was 25, and I'm now living in Canada, in a very, very snowy Canada. And I have a little dog called Toby, which is why this is called Tobyknits, and 2 sons, and they all have grandchildren, one of which I look after on Mondays. So we also have a group which is called Tobyknits and Friends on Facebook. And in that group, we are doing a sock of the month and a dishcloth of the month each month, all the way as far as we can. And hopefully we get to Christmas, but life gets in the way sometimes, and you don't all get to do stuff we want to do. So January socks with a quilted stripe, and running right now in the group is Norway. Mona, how lovely that you came in. Welcome. So we did the quilted stripe sock, and so currently over in our group, I am doing a prize for the dishcloth and a prize for the socks that you have finished or started. I did put on it, if you have started in January, I will count it. Next month, you have to have it finished, but I wanted us to get going this month. So if you have got a sock that you've started or a sock that you have finished in January, and then you put it into the post for the finished sock, and you put it in the post for the finished dishcloth, and I will allocate a price. I'll do that this afternoon on the Facebook group. I'll do that live. I'll get my hubby to help me before he goes to work. Oh, we have Marcia from North Carolina, and Gina's here from Georgia. Ooh, that's lovely. So yeah, so that's the quilted stripe was the sock, and I did manage to get us a discount for that sock, which is valid right up until the February 1st, I think. And we got a 50% coupon on that sock. I'll leave all the details below in that one. But the February sock is actually a free sock pattern, and it is called V for Valentine. And it's a lovely pattern, a very nice. I've made them before and loved them, and I wanted to make another pair. And Ellie Jones is from Craft House Magic, and she designed those socks. And I am going to be knitting them in a colorway I dyed. First time I have dyed yarn, and I am loving it. And this is the colorway. And this is going to sound complicated now. Um, because I've decided I want to dye the birth flower of the month for the whole of the year. But I didn't do this until after started my and finished my January socks. So although this is the January flower, which is carnation, I'm using it to make the February socks. And I'll show you where I got my idea from. This is where I got the idea for that color. So it is the January sock, and you can see, I think I did an okay job getting to that color with all the very different pieces. And the other thing that I did, which I thought was super, so here's mine all wound up. This one was won by Pam because I did a draw for that one. And this one, here it is dyed up, and I actually made a little sock so you could see how it looked when it was knit up. Now, I do have this in my Etsy shop, not the sock, this yarn, which is a dye to order. So if you wanted this color, I can dye it for you and I will mail it to you. And my yarn is going to be $32 a skein for this hand-dyed yarn, which is 80% superwash merino, 20% nylon, 400 grams, 400 yards, 100 grams, 400 yards, 2 ply fingering weight. So that is the socks that I'm going to cast on today. And so let me see. So this February sock challenge will go on until February the 27th. And then there will be prizes allocated to that in the group. Yeah, so then before I actually get casting on, Nana Betty, why did you think your hearing aid was acting up? Oh, because you heard the bings? Yeah, I know. Isn't that funny? That happens to me too. Okay, so then I have 3 more little announcements, and then we'll get started on the knitting, and hopefully you're joining in too. Um, so the January sock and the dishcloth knit-along winners will be announced this afternoon in the group. And while I was playing around dyeing up yarn, I wanted to try a different method because this method is you submerge it in a bath. I wanted to try a different method where I use several different colors, and I came up with this. And these are on, I don't even know if you can see that, a sparkle base. And I call this Winter Walk because I live in Ontario. I live in Canada, and it is very snowy right now. We do get lovely blue skies, but it's very snowy, and we have, just bare trees. These are my little bare trees here, and then the snow gets all gray and horrible after it's been shoveled a million times out of the way of the snowplow. So this was what I called winter walk, and I did 4 of them, just to see how they would go in the thing. And I thought, okay, how does it look? My Etsy shop is just called Tobyknits on Etsy, and those will be going in the Etsy shop this today after I've done this live. I want to show all you guys first, and so I skinned it up, and it looks so different from that to this. Like, look how different that looks. And this is actually half because I've already made a sock. A big sock, a full sock. Yes, I did. And excuse me, I have a cough. Hang on. Why is it you always get a tickle when you're on the live? I dyed up a small brown, which was the color that I had put in this. And you'll see some of it has more brown than others because the way it fell. And so here's my sock. Oh my goodness. So this is the Peter sock from Kay Jones of the Bakery Bears. And it has this really cute little pattern, which kind of goes like sideways, but it really looks nice. And then here is the foot, so you can see how it knits up. Trying to get the light. I have no idea why I'm coughing. I'm really sorry. But I thought it looked nice with I have to block it. I haven't washed it or blocked it, but I thought it turned out really nice. So that's that. And then, of course, what is wrong with me? Then, of course, I had to dye the February yarn up for the February month yarn, and this will be a twofer. So this is the February colors that I dyed up. Let's see if I can get the right light for you. And this is, let me show you where I got my idea for that one. So the flower for February is violet. And you'll see that it has this little yellow thing in the middle, which is why I wanted yellow. And I thought that that was really pretty. So what I did for that, and what I'm going to do for all the yarn that I dye, is I have skein it up, one of them up, and then I knit it. So this will be what it looks like as a sock. Now this is just plain, and I do already have in my mind a sock that we're going to do for March. And this will be a sock by Kay Jones of the Bakery Bears. And she has graciously offered to, I have to go cough. I'm sorry. I'm back. I'm sorry. I don't know why I'm coughing so much this morning. So the one that we're going to do from Kay Jones is called Rumple sock. the Rumple sock. And she has graciously given us a discount code, but it won't be live until the end of February because it's for the March sock. So when we get closer to that, I will give you the codes and the dates that you can buy the Rumple socks at a discount. But this is what I'm going to do that color in, that sock in March. But it is the February birth flower. But I just thought that was so pretty. So yeah, I think that's all I have to show you other than what I am also working on. Cheryl says, no sock making for me now, doing a spindle spinning for the next few months. Oh, so you spin your own yarn? Is that what you're saying? What a beautiful colorway. I like the pair of blue and brown. Yeah, they look really good, don't they? So this is also something that I am doing with Kay Jones of the Bakery Bears. You can go check out her, what is it called? Her YouTube channel. And every 2 weeks they put out a video, her and her husband. And he is really into history. So they do a lot of history type stuff and videos. And then she does the sewing, the knitting, and sometimes she does cooking. And other times she does, oh, hi, Heather. She does, what's the other thing she does? She dyes yarn. And so she's that's why I got started on the dyeing yarn, because I like to watch what she does. And she is doing this blanket. She's calling it My Favorite Blanket. And each month she's dyeing some yarn and knitting it up. Now, if you don't dye yarn, that's okay. You can just use whatever you have in your stash. And so I dyed this and this color. And these are fingering weight yarns, but we are holding them double and knitting them together to make like a double knit blanket. And this is it. This is where I've got so far. Doesn't it look so interesting knit up? The two colors, the way they kind of go with each other. And this is just a very straightforward garter stitch. It's going to be a corner to corner blanket. And yeah, so there is that. So that's what I've been working on beside all my socks. And I have not put much love into my twists and turns because I've been too busy with the socks. So I'm going to cast on now. I think I've done all my talking, and I'm going to pull this up. I use on my iPad this fantastic software program called Knit Companion. And it has my pattern on here directly from Ravelry or from Dropbox. I think I paid $27, $28 a year for it. And I love it because it'll give you all the instructions. And as I say, this is a free pattern. But so there's your lace pattern. There's this. So it's telling us here we're going to cast on 56, 60, 64, 80, 68, or 72 stitches. And I will cast on 64. She has suggested using a 2.5. I'm going to use 2.25 because I like it a little tighter. And I'm going to go with that. Now, why I like this so much is because I can blow it up. So I can make that part nice and big when I'm watching it. And I can also put on my little pen and highlight so I know how many I'm casting on. And so I'll just go through the whole pattern. And when we have to do something a bunch of times for the different sizes, I'll highlight all the ones that I need for me so that I can just go straight there and find it without messing about. So that's why I love this software program. I am not affiliated with them, but I really, really do enjoy them. And I can also use it for cross stitch, which is really good too. I'm happy to say the coughing has stopped. I don't know why I was coughing so much. Maybe it was the tea. So the needles that I'm going to be using for today are a fairly new to me needle that I'm obsessed with right now. I'm absolutely obsessed with these needles. They are a knit pick, which is, yeah, and I bought these in my local yarn shop in Smith Falls. So you can get them here, or you can get them. You can order them directly from them, I guess. But they are called Radiant Wood, and I love them. They are beautiful, and they have almost like I don't know, something on them that makes the yarn just glide off them. And of course, it's a nice long. I always get the 40-inch to do it, and yeah. So let's get going on our casting on 64 stitches. Is anybody else casting on right now, or are you just sitting watching me? Okay, so when I cast on, when I do long tail cast on, I pinch and count to 20 first of all. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So I know that this is 20. So I come down here. So now that's 40, 60, and I need 64. So I'll pinch 4 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then I'll put my slip knot in. That's how I do it. Oh, good. We got Pam casting on and Gina. Excellent. Okay, so then let's stick that on my needle, and then I do the long tail cast on. So I go in through the shower curtain, or the curtain, and to put it on my fingers, and then I just loop under and over and through. I went to a knitting retreat on Saturday, and it's the first time I've been to one in, well, it's got to be 3 years. I think that the one that we were all supposed to go to got canceled, and because of COVID. So we went to one on Saturday, and I'm telling you, I had so much fun. It was just a day retreat at a big hall in the next town, and it was 10 o'clock until 4. And the lady who put it on, she's a lovely lady. Her name is Brenda, and oh, there was little gifts all at our tables, which was we got like a yarn bowl thing, which I'm going to use to put my it's like a soup bowl thing, but I'm going to use it to put my yarn in. So, um, and then we did. She had all kinds of other little pom poms and what else is there? Buttons and something else, all in this little yarn bowl on the center of our tables at our place settings. And so that was really cool. And then there was a whole big table full of books that were for sale and yarn for sale. She had 2 vendors there, so I got to meet one of them and talk to them about yarn dyeing and stuff. So that was really nice. And then she had a big table with like treats so that we could have like donuts and muffins and stuff and tea and coffee. And she told us all to bring a sandwich because she had soup on for everybody. So we all got to sit and have soup and sandwich for our lunch. And then she brought out poutine. So it was like, my goodness. Anyway, but it was so much fun. I met 3 lovely ladies at the table I was at. 2 of the ladies at the table I already knew, so which was nice. So we got to meet them and chit chat, and it was so nice because, well, it was funny actually. I spent most of the morning because I got there at 10. I spent most of the morning just chatting to everybody and catching up because some of these ladies I hadn't seen in 2, 3 years. And because we used to all get together at one time, but then COVID hit, so we all stopped. So it was so nice to catch up with these women. And then we had lunch, which was wonderful, of course. Well, so after lunch, I actually finally got to knit. Came home and I said, "God, I could have done that all over again," because I really did not get as much knitting done as I hoped I would 'cause I was too busy talking. Oh, what's new, eh? And we missed you, Pam. I FaceTimed with Pam while we were there, so that was cool because one of her friends was there, and, yeah, so that was nice. We're gonna have to do a virtual knit so that we can all see each other and I gotta count now. Okay, chat amongst yourselves while I count. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. Oh, I think I might be there. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. Oh, got too many. 2, 4. See, that's what happens when you talk too much. Okay, let's take these off. Now I think I got 64. Oh, got an itchy nose. I'm gonna kiss a fool. Isn't that what they say when you have an itchy nose? Just count these again. 2, 4, 6, 8, 20, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 2, 4, 6, 8, 20, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Yeah. Okay, so I need to come here and get these on my needle that way. And then I just do that. I push it to the middle of the um, cord and then I pull out like that. So now I should have 32 on both sides. Should have 32 on both sides. Don't want to twist it. Okay. So, who are you making your socks for, by the way? Are you making them for yourself? I am. I'm done making socks for other people. They don't, I don't know. I don't know if they don't realize how much work and effort you put into them or the cost of the yarn, but I way prefer them for me. I'm a selfish knitter too. They're mine are for me too. Because they don't seem to. Okay, so what I do now, I've got my this is how I try to help with the jog thing at the start. I have still have my long tail here, and I'm on the back needle for me. So what I do is I take it and I add another stitch, but instead of putting it on that back needle, I put it on the front needle. So I loop it on, and so now it's on the front needle. And then what I do is when I start my, are we doing knit two, purl two? Yeah, knit two, purl two, rib for 18 rows. As soon as I do that, the first two stitches I knit together. And that's how I alleviate that jog thing. And then I'll trim the long tail a little bit once I get going. So then, that's the tail. That's the only thing you got to be careful if you don't knit with the tail. So then I will pull my back needle out and start knitting into the front. And as I said, I'll knit those first two together. And that should alleviate our jog. So knit two there and then purl two. Does anybody else do that? Oh, you use DPNs, Cheryl. I've done it with DPNs. Um, I don't mind using them, but I find it's a little bit faffy holding all the extra needles in my hand. Um, I suppose the longer you did it, the better you would get used to holding them or you would understand the feel. But for me, I really like just the two small needles. In fact, it's got to the point now, I don't even like straight needles. I'll use circular needles for everything. Um, but I do really enjoy the magic loop method a lot. But yeah, DPNs are fine too. And I do have a bunch of DPNs. I keep thinking to myself, I should go back and knit one pair of socks with DPNs just to see, because it's been so long since I've done magic loop now that I should just go back and see what it would be like to do it. Okay, good. Gina makes them for her and her daughter. Marsha makes them for me. Yeah, good. Oh, I'm DPN, Pam says. Collagen square. Oh, I have tried the square needles too. I do have them actually. I have 2 sets of the squares, a smaller set that I sometimes use to make hats, and a really long, like hugely long, I think it's like 60 inches, which I use when I'm doing one of the big Stephen West shawls because it was the longest cable I could find. So, yeah, that's how that went. Has anybody else been to a knitting retreat lately? What was it like for you? I really did enjoy it though. I tried DPNs, but it was I know, that's what I mean, Carol. It's like it's just too faffy. It's like, and then you've got 3 needles, and then you're knitting with the needles, so it's really 4. And then when I get to the end, I turn and I push this one back in. You can push it or pull it, like you can pull it this way, or you can push it in. And then I'll start knitting on the front. You always knit on the front needle with the back, with the back needle. You pull it out and knit with that one. So Heather says I use knit picks and also cast on it. Oh, good. Yeah. It just helps to alleviate that little joggy thing at the front. I mean, it eventually goes away, but for the first few rows, it just gets on my nerves that it's there. And what did Cheryl say? I have 6 in DPNs. 6? Oh, I don't think so. I don't think so at all. 6 DPNs. I don't even know if I've seen 6 in a packet. Usually they come in 5s, don't they? Oh my goodness. Yeah. So yeah, going to this retreat really oh, 6 inch. Oh, I thought you meant 6. What a dummy. Thought you meant 6 DPNs. Yeah, 6 inch. Yeah, are they small? Yeah, because normally what a DPN's 8 inches. So the 6 inches are a little bit. Yeah, they might not be so faffy then, would they? Because they wouldn't be as difficult to hold all of them. Yeah, I definitely have to look at that. And you use 5. Mm. Well, yeah, because you've got 4 on your thing, right? And then 2, 1 that you use to. Yeah. I've done it either way, with 3 and use the 4th, or with 4 and use the 5th, but like I said, I just find it too, I spend more time trying to set my hands up and hold the needles, and I'm always terrified that it's gonna drop off the stitches. So when I found the magic loop method, I just really loved it from the get-go. Set of 4 cent for a sock needle, but they're tiny. Oh, you mean the loop is tiny? The cord, I mean? Is that what you mean, Nana Betty? I don't know. Yeah, so when I went to this, retreat, it really got me thinking, "Oh, man, I'd love to do some more and go to different places." I'm hoping there'll be a lot more, like, fiber fests this year and stuff that, now everybody's more content to travel, you know? I think that'll be fun. There, so there I am at the end of that first round. So now what I can do on my thing here is there's a counter, so I can click that one, and I know I've done one round, which is what I love. So I'll type in here the software is called Knit Companion. There you go. If you ever want to know what it is, and but like I said, I'm not affiliated with them, and you can get it and try it for free. I think you're allowed to put 3 or 4 projects in. You cannot do the drawing part, but oh, I think I know what you mean. I think I've seen them before. I've never tried them though. That might be something to do. Try all the different little methods. Yeah, the it's a really good software program, and you get it, like I said, free at first, and then just pay for it. But I pay for it because I like to do all the additions that you can with it, the drawing and the and I can also put it on my phone as well. So if I'm out somewhere, there is an event for the love of fiber. Oh, that's right. Saturday, May 6th at Spencerville Fairground. Yeah. Oh, that'll be good to go to. Yeah, that would be good to go to. I like the idea of that. But even one, like, has anybody ever been, and I know this is like probably way out, to like that Rhinebeck big festival that they have? I think it's like a whole weekend, and I think it's in New York State. And then the other one I've always wanted to go to um, was the Vogue knitting um, big one that they do. That's in November in New York City. Oh, Pam, you've been? Oh, she said it's worth the trip. When do they normally have that, Pam? Can you remember what? I don't remember when it is. I know the Vogue knitting one is either November or January or something. I know it was in the winter time, but yeah, that would be fun to go. Imagine a whole bunch of us going, staying in a hotel. Oh, would be kicked out probably. We'd be just they wouldn't want us back. But imagine how much fun we'd have. Oh, and all the squishy yarn we'd be able to buy. Oh, that would be fun. I did a cross stitch retreat, myself and my friend Diana. Hi, Diana. We did a cross stitch retreat last year in October in a little place just outside of Prescott, Ontario. And there was 6 of us, and we stayed at an Airbnb. And all weekend, all we did was cross stitch, and it was lovely. So it'd be kind of nice to do something like that too for knitting. You know. Oh, October 21st to 22nd. Oh, cool. Okay, so the Vogue one must be November or January. I feel like October 21st, 22nd. Oh, yeah, no, that's 25 centimeters isn't really long, is it? I do love Knit Pro stuff, though. I have to say, I really do. These are the Knit Pros, and well, Knit Picks. I think Knit Picks and Knit Pro are the same thing, aren't they? Maybe one's a US and one's a British or something. I'm not sure, but or one bought the other out because they're very similar. But I have some Zing. Actually, yeah, I do have some Zing DPNs because I liked them because they were colored, all different colors and stuff for the different sizes. I kind of liked that. Yeah. So has anybody else got snow like we have? Oh my gosh, we have so much snow. It snowed all day yesterday again. Poor Bob had to go out and snow blow and oh, I'm not kidding. It's tons. I can't You can't even see Toby. We had to dig a little hole for a little path for Toby in the backyard. And when you take him for a walk, the snowbanks are so high that you can't even see him. Yeah. Oh, right. Yeah. I know. I'm pretty sure I have some zings. I never measured them to see if they're shorter. Now I come to think of it, I think they are shorter, but I haven't used them for a long time. A long, long time. Okay, wait now. I'm getting all confused here. Which is the back? That's the back. There we are. Do you ever do that? You suddenly think, oh, wait a minute, I'm doing that wrong. And that goes that way, right? Yes. For a second, I almost got it twisted. I think this because this is getting in the way. And I'm thinking, so I need to cut that. So my scissors. So I can cut the, nope, this one. Doesn't need to be that long now. There we go. There we go. What were we talking about, girls? I forgot. Oh, the zings. Yeah. Yeah. I do think maybe I should try them again and see which ones I like. And then you can all laugh at me while I get all my hands twisted around myself. I just find these faster. I'm just much quicker with these. But I guess when you're using the DPNs, you don't have as many stitches on the needle, right? Because you've got them all split around 4 instead of 2. So I am super excited about doing. I've been dying to cast these on, like ever since I finished the other socks. I've been dying to cast these on and use this yarn. It is just so lushy, lushy, lushy. I mean, I feel like I could eat it. I love carnations too, though. Do you? They were my favorite flower growing up. My dad used to grow them in the backyard, and he used to have a big. He has a big green thumb. My dad, like he can grow anything, and he used to grow. I think he was in a gardening club, and he used to grow chrysanthemums, and they were huge. They're not like the mums you get here. These were huge heads. They had huge, huge heads. And I think you got like one head per flower or per stalk or something. And he used to win prizes for them. And yeah, and we weren't allowed up to that part of the garden because that was where his prize chrysanthemums were. And he had ones that had like spiky flower leaves on them, and then the regular ones, and all different colors. And then he grew tons of carnations and what's that other one? Daily? No, delphiniums or something. I don't even know. But he used to grow gladiolis. That was another one of his favorite flowers to grow. And even now, I mean, he still does a lot of gardening. He's got 2 greenhouses, for crying out loud. And even now, and he's 90 years old, my dad. He still gardens, and he takes the gladiolis to my mum's grave every Sunday. Oh, hey, Catherine, you're not late. Don't worry, hon. We're just casting on and chit-chatting about various types of needles and snow and my dad's flowers. He's coming. Did I tell you he's coming to see me in May? He wants to see. He's met Tristan before, um, last year, I think, maybe the year before, And so he's met him before, but he's not met Evelyn or Leo. So yeah, Leo's 1 now, and Evelyn is 7 months, and he hasn't met them yet. I mean, he's seen pictures of them and videos of them and all that kind of stuff, but in the flesh, he's never met them. And oh, Cheryl some has a set in use on mittens now. I've only made 1 pair of mittens before, and you know what I actually fancy making? Those fingerless gloves. I feel like making some of them. I might try that one day. Has anybody else made fingerless gloves? Got a good pattern you can recommend? But yeah, so anyway, my dad wants to see the kids, and like I said, he's 90, so every minute counts right now, right? So he's coming in May with my brother because he can't travel on his own. So my brother will come. My brother's 6 years younger than me, and they live together. The Point Edward Patent is what I'm doing. Oh, I'll look that up after. Thank you. And I like the fire pit fingerless mitts. Oh, I'll try them too. It is very exciting that he's coming. I can't wait to see him. And I mean, when we went to San Francisco, that I saw him last then, so that was last year. But I'm excited for him to see all the kids because they're his great grandchildren. So no, great great grandchildren. No, his great grandchildren. Yeah, and so I'm excited for him to. No, great great grandchildren. Great grandchildren. Okay, wait. So Andrew would be his grandchild. Yeah, great grandchild. Yeah. So, okay, I'll go check that out. And after, thank you, Cheryl. Um, I'm excited for him. So Sean and Leo are going to come down and stay. It's going to be crazy at my house. So there'll be Sean and Leo. There'll be my dad and my brother, and me and Bob. And I think we're going to have to sleep in the trailer because I don't have enough beds for everybody. And and then of course Andrew and Caroline and Tristan and Evelyn just live up the road, so they'll come over and visit, and and all that kind of stuff. So that'll be fun. Look for this name. Okay, what name? Oh, this name, Cheryl Lacemaker. Is that what you're telling me? Okay, and I'll have to find you and friend you on Ravelry. I'm Brit Hockey Mum on Ravelry. And that stemmed from when I first got my Ravelry account. We didn't even have Toby then. There wasn't even a Tobyknits. It was just me, and I'd signed up to do a blanket, a mystery blanket knit along with Brene, I think. And I had heard that there was a group that you could be in and follow on Ravelry because I don't even think there was Facebook back then. And that's what I joined. And at the time, I made my name Brit Hockey Mum because I was British and I was a hockey mum at the time. Both my boys played competitive hockey. Thank you. Yes, so that's why my name is that. And I've tried to change it to Toby. They won't let you. I don't know why. They just won't let you. So if anybody else knows how you can change your Ravelry name, please let me know. Because it would be nice if I could make it Tobyknits too. And everything's the same. My Facebook page, my YouTube channel, my Instagram. It's all Tobyknits, except Ravelry. Hmm. And I do keep all my patents and everything up to date on Ravelry. I'll have to go in after this. So I'll have a look for you, Cheryl, when I get after this, because I'll be going in to put in that I've started these socks. So yeah, how long have we been on? Oh, 49 minutes. Oh my goodness. I'm hoping to do one of these every month if you guys are interested. I mean, I think at the end of the month like this, whatever the last Monday is, I'll do alive. And I mean, obviously, we can cast on our socks, or you can cast on whatever you want, or you can just come and knit. Doesn't matter. You don't have to do these whatever socks I'm doing. Just come and have knit and a natter. 'Cause I think they're kind of fun. And of course, watch me cough like I did for 10 minutes. I have no idea why I was coughing so much. I must have swallowed my tea the wrong way, and then and then the more you try not to cough, the absolute worse it is. Anyway, we'll see. Of course, I hate when that happens. My yarn split. Wait, let's go back and do that again. There we go. There we go. I am enjoying this. These needles are just lush. I'm not kidding. They just glide. And they're not pointy that they hurt your finger. Like higher sharps are nice because I like the thinness of them and the pointiness. But oh my gosh, when you do this to get it off, it hurts your finger. But these don't. And they've got this lovely. The only thing is, they're like, because they're wood, I'm terrified they're going to snap, like that they're going to break at some point. But hopefully, they're treated enough that they're not going to do that. And I've also started to buy in this line the Radiant Wood. They're interchangeable. And what I've been doing, because I couldn't afford to buy a big kit all at once, I've been going in each time I go to the yarn shop in Smith Falls. This cord is 40 inches. This is the one I'm using. So it's 40 inches, 100 centimeters. And I've been going in and picking up the interchangeables and just buying a different needle tip. And I've got two cords. I've got a 40-inch cord, which is what these are on. This is on the 40-inch cord. And these are the little, these are 4.5, and this unscrews right here. You just screw it off, and then you can later on put on a different. And I love these. These are the shorty ones because, again, they are. I like having my yarn at the end of my needle and just having this little bit to hold on to. So I really love the short ones. And so I use these as well on the 16-inch to make my hats or cowls. So those are, so I've been buying, so I've got the 4.5, I've got the 16-inch and the 40-inch cord. My cord is 14-inch for one sock. Oh, is that right? And I've never tried that. I just like the big. So when you say that, does that mean that you knit like in the round, like you don't have the cord either side? Is that what you mean, or do you still have a bit of cord either side? Do you still use the magic loop method part? So interesting, very interesting. But yeah, so I've been starting to. No, you just have the cord on the side. Oh, interesting. You'll have to show me. You'll have to come over and knit with me one day. You do keep promising you'll come on over, but you'll have to come over and show me. And but I really do. Okay, good. Oh yeah, next Monday. That's right. Oh, I'm so excited about that. We're going to in our village where we live because Jose lives in the same village as me, and we are having a knitting group with all the women from the village. So I'm pretty excited about that. Yeah, so bring them then and show me. Um, so yeah, I've been collecting all these because I find that it's not as expensive if you just buy a different needle tip or another cord or something, and then that way you've got your little set of interchangeables, and they're great. Because in some patterns, for example, it'll say to you to use um, a 2.5 for the rib and then go to a 2.25 for the main body. So rather than messing about with different 2 sets of needles. You just change the tip. And, so I like that idea. I did have a set of Addies that, I got from my dad, bought me for my 60th birthday. Oh, I never did tell you that story, did I? And, they're interchangeables, and they were not a screw-in, which is what those ones are, which I like. These are fixed, and, but they were, um, a t a twist, and I don't think the twist is working on them anymore. They kept coming undone in the middle of a row, so that wasn't very happy about that. I nearly chucked them out the window one day. And I even tried taping them together, but then the tape would get all stuck on the yarn, so that didn't work either. So that's why I'm trying to slowly build up my Knit Picks Radiant Wood set. Um, and that'll be kind of good. So how many am I supposed to do? 18 rows. How many have I done? One, two, three, four, five, six. It's gonna be here for a while longer. But yeah, so the story about the Addy needles. Okay, so oh, bye, Isabel. Talk to you later, hon. Oh, you gotta go to Marie Jose. Actually, I'm gonna go soon, but I'll just because it's nearly been an hour. But let me just tell you about the story about the needles. So we were in New York City, and I wanted to go to a knitting store in New York City, which for the life of me now, I can't even think what the name of it was. But it's a famous knitting store. And it was across another part of the town where we were in. We were in Manhattan area, and it was not there. Anyway, we had to get a tube. So we all go down and we get on the tube. And my dad is really like, this was a couple of years ago, and he was still old at the time. This was 5 years ago. And he just started using a cane. And he had a hard time getting in and out of the seats. And so we get on the tube, and we're all kind of trying to work out which station that we're supposed to be going to. And we get to this, we're looking on the map, and I've got it on my phone, and we're like, okay, I think this is the station. And Bob says, yeah, this is it. And he gets up and he goes to the front. What's the tube? You know how fast they all go, and you got to get up and down quick. So me and my brother are trying to get my dad up out of the seat to get him to the door so we can get off the thing. Bob steps off the train and turns to wait for us. And as we get to the door is shut, and off we go. Well, it's like nobody knew what to do. I just started laughing. I could not help it. I burst out laughing completely. And my dad's like, "What's going on? What's going on?" And my brother's like, "Shit, what do we do? What do we do?" Bob's on the other. Anyway, we had to get off, I think, at the next station, or maybe Bob joined us at the next. I don't even know. I can't even remember what we did, but it was the funniest thing ever. And every time I think of those Addy Pro knit thingy needles, oh my god, it makes me think of that. It makes me laugh so much. Anyway, that was a fun trip, New York City. We're going back there again in May. So when my dad gets here and my brother, they're spending a week or so here with us at the house and visit with all the boys and the kids. And then me and my dad, my brother, going to New York City for 4 or 5 days. So on the train. So that'll be good knitting time then too. Anyway, I am going to go. It's nearly an hour, and I have got this much done of my socks. I'm very excited about them. They look lovely, and I shall be working on them some more tonight when I get home from dinner, meeting some girls tonight for dinner. So that'll be fun. And I will be back next Monday for another Tobyknits, and that's just a recorded one, so you can watch that one next Monday, and I'll go over all my um, whips with you then, and some cross stitch that I've been doing, and some quilting. Did a little bit of quilting, not a lot, but you'll get to see it all next Monday. And I'll be in the group this afternoon to announce the January sock and dishcloth winners. So I will see you then. Hope you've enjoyed today's little chat, and we'll try and do this again next month. What do you think? Okay, talk to you later. Bye, everybody.